Moving on to round 4, our penultimate round with players looking at a good chance of top cut if they can win this particular round and are staring at, well, 1 loss or fewer. And both players we are featuring for this round will be 2 of our last unbeaten players, 2 of our 4 last unbeaten players. It's going to be Matthias Loong up against Rayne.
Yeah, Rayne having participated in Worlds 2018.
So Rayne did travel to day 1 this year, Nashville, played in day 1 with all the pride that deserves. And well, up against Matthias, who was I believe last year was his first year in the Masters division. He did okay. He did show up and cut a couple of events, small events. I believe he even cut the very first mid-season showdown of 2018 season. And but it wasn't really the showing that he would have liked because, well, especially after his heights of the previous year where he cut at internationals in Brazil, then he was a pretty strong contender for the actual World Championships itself. Unfortunately, falling at the last few Swiss rounds to fall short of top cut. But definitely the heights of senior division weren't quite matched last year in Masters.
I mean,
but I think he still earned his invite. No, I don't think he earned his invite after all. Didn't attend enough events, but yeah,
that's a
good learning experience.
That's a very common trend when seniors transition to Masters in Singapore.
Yeah, in Singapore, definitely.
They face very little.
But actually, no, Ichie went right to the top, actually. But that was the exception.
Yeah. So mostly they flounder in the Shark Tank of Masters.
And, well, Matthias did at least fare better than Kester, so there's that. Matthias' team is going to be the Incineroar, Kyogre, Yveltal, Pheromosa, Humongous, and the Ferrothorn.
Rayne will be running Lunala, Xerneas, Incineroar, Ferrothorn, Tapu Koko, and Suicune.
Yeah, so Rayne's team, well, he's talked about it enough for, well, me at least to kind of know what he's up to. And it's a pretty common composition, as we pointed out previously on stream, the Lunala, Xerneas, Incineroar, and the Suicune. So he has introduced Koko, which is an interesting choice for this team, and the Ferrothorn, of course, to check the combination of Kyogre and Xerneas. Though Matthias opting for the Yveltal instead.
Koko to me doesn't seem this good currently because
it's great against Matthias' team though.
Because it doesn't have that Z crystal to use in the current meta. But I mean, you're right. It does hit the Kyogre and Yveltal super effectively, and well, Pheromosa is Pheromosa, very frail, will fall down to almost anything.
Yeah, and only having the poison attack against Koko, which will not KO.
I guess the fighting stab is useful against Incineroar and Ferrothorn as well.
But after they intimidate though, and they definitely KO you back because you're Pheromosa.
Yeah.
And Ferrothorn does have Iron Barbs as well. We do see Humongous and Yveltal come out. So that's one way to check the Xerneas.
Koko Ferrothorn on the side of Rayne here.
So I don't think Rayne has gone to the extent of running goggles on Koko quite yet. So Rage Powder able to redirect any potential Thunderbolt, which would probably KO the Yveltal given the terrain. However, he can't redirect the Ferrothorn's attacks.
Yes.
And he can't Spore because of the terrain. So if he sticks around, it's purely to redirect Thunderbolt.
I mean, if you run a very offensive Humongous, perhaps you can 2-hit KO Tapu Koko.
Actually, I don't think you need that much offense to 2-hit KO Humongous.
Koko, you mean?
In fact, you always 2-hit KO Koko with Slash Bomb, no matter your investment.
Ooh.
But with investment, you can 2-hit KO Koko with Clear Smoke, which is probably the better attacking move for Humongous, especially in 2019.
Yep,
but yeah, it goes for the Rage Powder because no way Yveltal wants to take a Thunderbolt. But he reveals the spread move in his Electro Web, can't redirect that. Yveltal gonna take a good amount of damage, drop his speed as well.
Oh, that could nerf damage from Gyro Ball if Ferrothorn goes for that though.
No, I don't think he wants to Gyro. Oh, but he goes for the Snarl instead, so slightly more support-based Yveltal, but it means Matthias doesn't really accomplish much this turn. As Ferrothorn gets a free attack off, goes for the knockoff into the Humongous to reveal the berry of some sort.
Yeah, Papa. That's a huge win here for Rayne. It cuts off so much healing for the Humongous. Although, if Humongous does have regenerated, it can recover some of its health back just by switching out.
So the problem for Matthias is that his best offensive option against the Koko is actually the Humongous. Because Yveltal's both of Yveltal's types are resisted by Koko, the Duck and the Flying. And he's already revealed one of his attacking moves to be Snarl. So if he's carrying Tailwind as well, he probably only has one other attack in either the knockoff or the Sucker Punch.
It feels very weird to me because, as you point out, the Yveltal doesn't seem to be the attacking sort. And it feels very strange to put 2 support Pokemon alongside each other.
No, I suppose Snarl is kind of standard even on offensive Yveltal because it does do a good amount of damage thanks to the Dark Aura.
And it's spread. Yeah.
But we do see Matthias just even after reducing Tapu Koko's special attack, he still wants to go for the Rage Powder. And that's just gonna eat another Electro Web. As Yveltal drops below half, potentially getting a berry though if Rayne keeps this up. But again, Ferrothorn is just going to go for a free attack. This time onto the Yveltal to reveal its item.
Perhaps, yeah, I mean, you talked about the berry, but knockoff could easily just remove that berry.
As well, but actually, Rayne, Electro Web and Gyro Ball, excuse me.
Yeah, it does trigger the berry. Knockoff would have been preferable here.
Well, that was an interesting decision by Rayne,
I think
given that knockoff was the most obvious play there, given the likely berry.
I think he wasn't expecting the berry. He was perhaps maybe...
But Gyro Ball still, was it really his best attacking option?
No, it wasn't, especially since you cut the Yveltal speed by half.
By half, exactly. And it doesn't look like Matthias Yveltal is that fast to begin with. It's got max HP. So yeah, it was a free turn for Ferrothorn, but he didn't really maximize it, I feel. And yeah, Yveltal gonna leave the field though, which means something is gonna take a big hit from Ferrothorn.
It's gonna be the Ferrothorn.
Well, that's one way to take the hit from Ferrothorn. But Among Us still wants to stick around instead of going for damage on the Kapu Koko. As Rayne actually protects his Ferrothorn from...
Perhaps anticipating the Yveltal going for a
Oblivion Wing maybe, I suppose. But overall switch into the Ferrothorn. It's gonna get Koko off the field.
Yeah, it's not gonna do too much even if the electric terrain does have his special attack reduced by half. Perhaps bring in the Incineroar would be absolutely wonderful here. You have two grass types. And both of them are slower than you.
But goes for the Lunala. So yeah, Lunala can easily wipe out either of these two if it is specs.
We do see leftovers on the side of Ferrothorn here. So Matthias, it feels to me his team is playing the very long game. You know, slowly whittle down your opponent with perhaps Ferrothorn, Among Us, and
by simple virtue of the fact that he had Electro Web, Rayne was winning those exchanges because he was getting super effective terrain boosted attacks onto the Yveltal every turn.
Yeah, I felt Rayne could have solidified his advantage even more if he had gotten rid of the berry instead of letting the Yveltal
Definitely,
eat it.
but yeah, as he pointed out, he probably didn't expect the berry there. But now
nobody expects the 25% berry. But yeah, so Lunala's an interesting choice here. I mean, if Matthias has a knockoff on Ferrothorn, even though it's not stab, still can chunk down the Lunala quite decently.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, and boosted by Dark Aura, yes please.
Still won't KO though.
Yeah, I know. The Shadow Shield will come into play.
Still at full. Oh, he goes for the Focus Blast, he connects with the Specs boost. That's a dead Ferrothorn. Well, we've seen one miss, and now we've seen one hit.
And arguably, this hit is even more crucial than, say, Incineroar.
And now he goes for the knockoff, it's too late. The berry has already been consumed.
And honestly, I mean, Lunala sticking around and focus blasting the Yveltal is not such a bad idea at least.
It's neutral,
yeah, neutral.
But it can be Sucker Punch and would be wiped out immediately.
Wow.
But he's seen now. So, do you take the chance that he doesn't have Sucker Punch? Oh, I don't think you do. You have to assume he has Sucker Punch, no matter what.
Okay, Kyogre on the side of Matthias here, revealing his last Pokemon.
A lot of HP though. I wonder what the Kyogre is.
Might be a Trick Room variant. Although I don't see any form of
it's probably just a bulky Scarf, unlike the usual 2x2 Scarf variants that we've seen on stream so far.
Well, yeah, I kind of forgot Yveltal has the strongest Sucker Punch in the game, boosted by Dark Aura.
Oof. Yeah, so that would just eat through Shadow Shield, no problem.
I mean,
although we don't know how much investment that Matthias has in attack.
I mean, Rayne risk it, right? I mean, you just go for it, man.
Yeah, so Matthias setting Rayne against Rayne as Lunala does switch out here for the Suicune. A very safe switch. Unless Kyogre wants to take advantage of the terrain to Thunder, but that's a big
if
prediction to make.
Hey. And no, we do see the Protect come out
so
from
no
Kyogre.
Scarf on this Kyogre. The bulk definitely accomplishing something here as Ferrothorn goes below half. And not enough for Berry either.
That's unfortunate though.
There's Power Whip into the Kyogre Protect.
Yeah, Rayne might lose his Ferrothorn in all likelihood here.
As Electric Terrain does peter out.
Yeah, so the Kyogre can't really threaten the Suicune with Thunder, so there's that at least. But yeah, I mean, Matthias once again controlling the field with Snarl. I mean, unintentionally.
I don't think Snarl does much, but they're doing enough damage to Ferrothorn at least. As Oblivion Wings, he needs the KO here. If he doesn't KO, he's in a kind of a border, but he does pick up the KO and will heal up with the Oblivion Wings.
No, he doesn't. The Ferrothorn hangs on.
Oh, and gets his berry. So yeah, now he's in trouble. Because Ferrothorn's not gonna get KO'd by a Kyogre attack.
Suicune uses a Snarl of his own, so Ferrothorn's chances of living just dramatically increased here.
you have to imagine if he had Dark Pulse, maybe Dark Pulse was better because it does have higher base power and would have KO'd the Ferrothorn.
And we do see Origin Pulse come out from
Does
Kyogre.
connect, so Matthias playing with the percentages, gets them as the Suicune also faster than the Kyogre.
Yes. And we do see a Power Whip connect with the Kyogre, will survive because of his bulk and
does
his berry.
So everything here having a berry apparently. Suicune definitely has a berry, that much we can also assume.
Ooh.
So both players showing why they are 3-0. Their mons are built for the longer game.
Yeah, Matthias definitely. I mean, we've seen the leftovers on Ferrothorn. Amogus can heal with Regenerator.
Not
has a berry.
so unexpected from Rayne, given how he was waxing lyrical about the power of dirty play during the Nashville Open.
What dirty play?
He was thrilled with the ability to snow your opponent to -5 and switch in Gengar and skip your opponent there forever. And he was gushing over how dirty he felt, but he was winning. So yeah, he's carried it into 2019 it seems.
Yeah, I mean,
Amogus does regenerate a bit of health as he returns to the field.
Matthias definitely also very
Oblivion Wing into the
long-term
Ferrothorn.
based.
So Yveltal seeking out more healing, but it's just going to take another special attack drop. But now Amogus extremely safe on the field.
Yeah. Free to spore the Suicune perhaps. Redirecting.
Crucially though, Rayne has not pressed Icy Wind, so Gyro Ball is going to do proper damage this time. Because let's not forget how Gyro Ball's formula works.
Yeah.
It's going to do a lot more, because the effect of halving the speed of Yveltal cuts Gyro Ball's power by more than half.
It's interesting though, because now Rayne has to try to maximize the use of his Ferrothorn. At that HP, yeah sure, you keep reducing the attack, but Ferrothorn is not recovering any HP.
Yeah, it doesn't have Leech
Leech
Seed.
Yeah, or leftovers. We did see the berry after all. So, he has to maximize the use of Ferrothorn once again.
There's a Snarl from Yveltal, so Matthias recognizing he can't get the KO. Actually gets a crit, but not on the one he wanted.
Will reduce Suicune's special attack, I'm not sure by how much.
And Suicune goes for the Skull into the Yveltal, into the Rayne.
Burn would be very useful here.
Does not get it. As Amogus goes for the Clear Smog into the Suicune purely for damage.
Wait, but it removes all the negative...
Snarl.
Yeah.
As Gyro Ball into the Yveltal, yeah, it's gonna get another KO on the next hit. Actually, a Skull is gonna pick it up now that the Snarl is gone.
Yeah. That's very strange. I mean, sure.
Damage is damage, but was the damage worth it? Arguably not.
And yeah, Amogus also was Snout, and his Clear Smog is a special attack.
Yes, so that's kind of the game that these two players have decided to play.
Makes me wonder if Amogus is better off running things like Giga Drain perhaps. And we do see Yveltal go for the rules, but I don't think that's enough to save it from a Gyro Ball.
And Skull double up for that matter.
Yeah.
As we do see Snarl, oh boy. Does dodge the Snarl.
But Amogus slowly chip down once again. Now it's at -2. Finally, we do see the control option coming out from Amogus here.
But I don't think Rayne minds people going to sleep here. Since clearly the damage option onto the Yveltal is his own Ferrothorn, and that's going to be a 2-hit kill no matter how many times he tries to roost. The moment he doesn't roost, he gets KO'd. And Ferrothorn can't be spored. So at this point, I think Matthias has given up on trying to reset his own Yveltal special attack. But if he's going to roost anyway, then I think he might be better off just getting it off the field.
Yeah. Suicune does retreat here.
Into the Tapu Koko to reset Electric Terrain. So no Spore onto that slot to punish a switch.
And yeah, Rayne positioning himself to pick up
Amogus is actually switching out again. So this is exactly what Koko wanted. So I think Rayne calling the Amogus would leave the field because he couldn't do anything else.
I do see Drizzle once again hit the field, and Yveltal will protect. So kind of a dead turn as Gyro Ball will connect into the protect.
But now Koko can just pulverize the Kyogre.
Koko can just pick. Does he want to pick up the Yveltal KO or the
Kyogre KO? Because Yveltal has been snowed so many times, it's doing nothing.
That is true. And Kyogre has the Origin Pulse to threaten both Koko and Ferrothorn.
It's been snowed so many times, I think his Snarl might actually be a decent damage option because at least Dark Aura doesn't care about the Snarl.
Yeah. And well, he does retreat, brings in the Amogus here.
Kyogre has to protect here.
I think Matthias is going to protect the Kyogre, yeah. And Rayne switches out the Ferrothorn, brings in Suicune to perhaps take an Origin Pulse.
Well, Kyogre has to protect though. That's why you bring in Amogus to redirect next turn. Yep, goes for the protect. Matthias does recognize that he needs to preserve his Kyogre. As Coco just goes for Electro Web into the Among Us, which is going to do pittance. And again, reduce its speed, but that doesn't do much in this scenario.
Yeah, I mean, at this range, is Electro Web enough to KO the Kyogre? No,
No,
right?
it's not. But it means that he has the Origin Pulse.
Yeah, and Suicune is asleep, so he can't really contribute to this situation as well. Okay, I think we are in for the long game. This is still game 1.
And the real wrench here is that Kyogre's Origin Pulse could still open the game up because Ferrothorn is so low and Suicune is asleep.
Yes. You see a Rage Powder come out, redirecting.
Of course, he has to connect Origin Pulses. As you do see Electro Web come out. Is that a 2-hit KO on Kyogre? Oh yes, it is.
Origin Pulse has to connect on the Coco here to bring it down once and for all.
As Suicune stays asleep. I mean, this is first turn, I believe.
Yes.
As we do see Origin Pulse come out. Hey, he's gonna miss the Tapu Koko.
Ooh.
That's the one he wanted. It's the one he needed. And another Electro Web's gonna pick up the Kyogre. He doesn't have a free and gets the barrier on Suicune as well. That is not the turn Matthias needed. But that's what happens when you play Origin Pulse.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Electro Web is 95% or 90% accuracy.
95.
Okay.
So yeah, he could miss.
He has a 5% chance of his Kyogre living here.
Yes. Maybe he could protect and clear smoke the Coco.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he will. He's going to do that, it looks like.
Ooh.
But gives the Quick another turn to wake up, and it's now.
Rayne just pressing buttons here, going for Electro Web.
Well, he has to press buttons. Some of the timers are getting a bit low.
That is true. Your time for Matthias is 3 minutes. Still
Suicune
okay.
takes the second turn of sleep. As Among Us goes for the clear smoke for damage onto the Among Us. Onto the Tapu Koko. That's a good amount. Oh, actually no, it's been snarled, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
Actually no, it's fresh, isn't it? Yeah, it's fresh.
It's fresh.
It's just that pathetic. Oh, it's a Southwest on Rayne. Yeah, what am I saying?
Oh, the Coco Assault Vest?
Yes. So actually, I think he might have taken an Origin Pulse.
Then he can't really protect as well. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's the play.
you've seen he hasn't been protecting.
I mean, based on him just pressing Electro, I could guess his specs as well.
He's vote switching though.
Oh, that
Gives up the potential KO.
why?
Because
Why?
Ferrothorn can take Origin Pulse.
I don't think so. Not at the HP. That's
If Suicune wakes up and snarls, maybe.
that's questionable.
Yeah, if he snarls, then yes. But no, he stays asleep for a third turn. I think Ferrothorn's going down. So you've given Kyogre a free turn to protect again. And doesn't miss Origin Pulse this time on Ferrothorn. Which goes down.
Why?
Why? We've been saying that a lot today for some reason. Stalling out the Rayne. Rayne stalls out Rayne.
I mean,
But
maybe
has he stalled himself out as well?
maybe he wants to reset the electric terrain.
Perhaps. But that was the turn where Kyogre had already burned his protect. So it's not like he could stall it. Not like Matthias could stall it out himself.
Okay, it becomes very strange now.
Suicune's guaranteed to wake up though.
Yes. And
Electro Web will finish off Kyogre.
yeah, then
If not, then Snarl will, because Snarl is also spread.
And what should Suicune do? Perhaps a Tailwind? Since he's not able to.
Yeah, this is another Electro Web. So either Tailwind or I mean, do you have Ice Beam? I don't think you do. Maybe raw Among Us if you can. That would be fun. I would. Among Us is really annoying at this point. But it just goes for Snarl because hey, spread is spread.
Let's make Among Us life even more difficult to kill the Coco over here.
Even if he gets a crit, I don't think it's enough. Thanks to the Assault Vest. Yep.
Is there a crit? Nah.
Nope. You can hear the crits, Justin. You can hear them.
I am not finely tuned to them as you are
Well,
when you're playing Palos Head.
so here Electro Web's gonna pick up the KO. Especially since he has a fresh 4 more turns of Electric Terrain. And here's Electro Web. Can Kyogre hang on? No, he misses the wrong target once again from Matthias. As Kyogre goes down to Electro Web.
Yeah.
And Among Us just gonna take a snarl for the heck of it. He Rage Powder for some reason.
Maybe expecting Volt Switch again?
Yeah, that's true. I suppose he had to bank on his opponent displaying at this point to
Yeah.
claw his way back.
I try to recall, yeah, Among Us has lost his berry, so there's no form of recovery left
No.
for it.
He has regenerated, but now he can't switch,
Can't switch up.
Well,
Matthias does still have Roost on Yveltal, but
but he's
Coco
going to
shall
go down to
speed.
Electro Web,
Yeah.
yes.
So after a very grueling, oh my gosh, how long was that? 8 minutes?
Yeah, Matthias is going to forfeit here. Not going to subject us to another turn of Protect, Clear Smoke.
My word. You know, just when I thought that, you know, games couldn't stall things out, or like, you know, things
And
couldn't get
actually, for that
long.
matter, it looks like the Yveltal on Matthias doesn't have Sucker Punch. Because if he has Sucker Punch, I think you try it there.
We've seen Snarl. We've seen Protect.
Roost, Protect. Oblivion
Roost.
Wing. Yep.
Yeah, Oblivion Wing. Yes. So no.
It's actually not the best counter in the world. You have to take hit and then snarl it, which is, shall we say, reactive at best.
I think Matthias losing Ferroton early was a very big blow to him. Limited a lot of his options. If he had Ferroton still alive, he could check the Suicune more effectively, for example. Not let it sit there for too long. And Ferroton... No, what was the other one? Oh yeah, Ferroton will be able to more effectively deal with the Coco, I feel. Gyro Ball, I think, is it's neutral, but Coco is relatively fast that you can chunk it down decently. So I don't really... I think Matthias has to protect the Ferroton a bit more, and then he can sort of push the game towards his favor.
Oh, Focus Blast misses.
Yeah, there's 30% chance. But I mean, do you really want to risk that?
That's true.
And I mean, Origin Powers did fail him as well.
But he showed by this, but now he should also realize that I think Coco would have survived because of the Assault Vest. So it wasn't that big of a miss. Would have simplified it. It would have made it a bit closer towards the end, because then Yveltal probably would...
No, I think the miss mattered, because sure, you wouldn't KO, but at that point then you could slowly chunk things down with Among Us.
But then I don't think Rayne would have gone for that Volt Switch play in that turn, because then he wouldn't have the luxury to play with Volt Switch.
I suppose. Well, game 2, how do you think these players will adjust?
I think Matthias should be fairly confident that apart from the Focus Blast, his Ferroton is pretty comfortable, and he should play to that.
Well, at the same time, I think Rayne is gonna try and fish for a KO on that Ferroton, so he can try to repeat the success he had in game 1.
But if he locks himself to Focus Blast, it doesn't hit anything else on the team though.
Incineroar, but we didn't see Incineroar. Yeah, you're right.
It's everything neutral, yeah.
Yveltal
It's everything else neutral.
Yveltal is fine.
Here's Ferroton once again. So yeah, Matthias recognizing that he needs Ferroton out and he needs to keep it alive. And against these two, Ferroton is not threatened at all. Well, Assault Vest, Double Coco, Sky Drop, Electro Web, both switch. Dazzling Gleam, yeah. Ferroton's fine.
Yeah. And Matthias will be able to try to chip down Rayne's team at a faster pace than Rayne can chip down his team. And yeah, again, the counter-intuitive combo of Electro Web and Gyro Ball.
Trying to protect himself here, and Rayne, I think Rayne Volt switches into the Ferroton. As he does. Because Coco has no business sticking around here.
Does he want to bring in Lunala?
I think you knock off the Ferroton as well to get rid of leftovers.
Oh yeah, that could be huge. I mean, you do take a bit of Iron Buff damage, but you'll take it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Suicune coming in, okay. You have to knock off Ferroton, surely. I mean, it's the best Gyro Ball. I mean, he doesn't want to take a Gyro Ball onto the Lunala.
Do see Leech Seed
come
come
see
out?
Leech Seed instead. As Rayne's own Ferroton goes for the knockoff. Goes for
Gyro
Gyro Ball
Ball,
into Yveltal. Strict interests, well... I thought the Protect on Yveltal was fairly obvious, but choosing not to punish it. And I say the turn worked out okay for Matthias.
Yeah, what do you know?
See for free, no damage at all.
What do you know? Ferroton's back to full.
Yep. Yeah. And Suicune not going to do anything against these two.
Yeah, I mean, Matthias is able to exert a lot of pressure with just Ferroton alone.
And apparently Rayne has decided not to bring his Incineroar, even though Incineroar is clearly his best answer to Ferroton.
And I don't see how Suicune is a good answer to Ferroton here. And we do see Oblivion Wing connect with the Ferroton here.
That does nothing.
Yeah. Power Whip into Suicune here is going to chunk it down very hard.
Into the berry range.
To berry.
But what can Suicune do? It's going to Snarl. And what does Snarl accomplish? Nothing. I mean, really, nothing.
I mean, you do take advantage of Yveltal's Dark Aura.
Yeah, that was the leftovers. One turn belatedly. But Suicune's still on the field, so that means Leech Seed recovery for the... Oh, but he rolls out the...
Draws out his own Ferroton. That's interesting.
But he better hope it's not Coco.
It's the Coco.
I don't think he wanted the Coco. He definitely wanted Lunala there. So Rayne making a 500 IQ play that didn't quite pay off. He definitely wanted Lunala in that scenario.
I mean, assuming he brought Lunala, but yeah, you're right. The Coco is in this situation.
He wanted anything else other than Coco. If it was Incineroar, he wanted Incineroar.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed.
And Suicune probably gonna get chunked out if Power Whip connects once again.
Yeah, I was wondering why Suicune was moving last, but hey, he went for the raw. That's one way to get a free switch, but that's not the switch he wanted.
And with all this focus on Matthias's Ferroton, right, Yveltal is just like sneakily doing damage, poking things here and there. So it could add up in the long run. Suicune,
I mean, yeah, Yveltal's not really the problem so far.
what is he bringing? Okay, something is up with his last Pokemon. He's not
It's
what
Lunala. It's Lunala.
but he doesn't want to show in front of.
Doesn't want to take free damage. Lunala's frail. He needs the free hit on with Lunala
And,
because he doesn't want to break Shadow Shield.
and we do see Leech Seed on to Tapu Koko here.
Volt switch surely.
Yeah, he volt switched already into the Yveltal Protect.
Ah, I see. Why is he protecting his own Ferrothorn? Rayne is kind of.
I mean,
I'm not sure Rayne knows what he wants in this game. He wants Lunala in for free. Yeah, that seems pretty clear. He didn't get it with the raw, so now what's he gonna do? He's gonna raw again? But he can't raw. Suicune's not on the field.
Uh,
Yveltal leaves the field. Strange because it looked pretty comfortable.
yeah.
Mungus is gonna be even more comfortable. And Ferrothorn going to switch out into the Lunala finally. Oh boy. Does
Wait.
Matthias catch it? Matthias,
Yeah, will he be punished for it? And we do see a volt switch come out as well.
that's the Mungus at least. So,
What do you bring in? Suicune? Ferrothorn? Ferrothorn, right?
Suicune.
Actually, yeah, Suicune sounds better. Although you are staring down a Ferrothorn which could KO you with a power.
So we've seen Skulls now raw. Probably Tailwind for the last slot. So yeah, that's Suicune's full move set for Rayne. That's, shall we say, not very useful in this matchup. Brings out
Opting-
Ferrothorn instead.
Yeah, not wanting to
And
expose
he has
Suicune
Power
to
Whip.
danger.
Does he go for... Oh, he doesn't catch the Lunala. So now... Oh, but he can redirect the Focus Blast anyway.
Right. This is not too good.
Well, it
for
all
Rayne.
depends on how much Moonguy's Beam does with a Specs boost onto the Among Us.
I suspect it's not enough. And you can't really stop Among Us from eating the berry. I guess he could protect the Lunala. Oh, he can't protect Lunala, right? Since it's specs.
Protects the Among Us instead.
Okay.
So does Moonguy's Beam go into the Ferrothorn instead? Here's Ferrothorn going to protect. So he's checking to see what the Lunala locks itself into.
Okay. Relatively smart play.
Side Shock.
Going for the Among Us.
Oh, that's not the play I would have made. Now it's a very safe Yveltal switch in.
Yes. And Side Shot doesn't threaten a Ferrothorn in the least as well.
Yes.
Since Ferrothorn does have very good
Ooh,
physical
Rayne,
defense.
Rayne really falling prey to Tunnel Vision there.
Hmm.
Wanting to kill Among Us so badly, now he's going to be forced to Side Shock. I think you switch Lunala out because that's nothing this turn.
Matthias taking it slowly and building up his position. One step at a time.
That's the problem. I think the biggest weakness of Lunala really is that putting the choice specs is that how really poor Side Shock is as a move lock himself into.
I think in general that's the risk of running any specs.
But Moonguy's
or
Beam is
stuff.
very spammable.
Mm.
Choice of Side Shock though, no. Not when your opponent has Yveltal.
Yeah,
And
we do see-
Incineroar.
We do see the Yveltal switch anticipating the Lunala Side Shock. But Lunala gets the hell out of there, brings in Suicune instead, and we do see a Leech Seed come out.
Yeah, just to punish the obvious switch out. If he doesn't, if he stays in, Yveltal takes a hit, switches out, you get a free seed.
Do see a knockoff.
Then really not to bury. But we know that Yveltal has other ways to recover, thanks to
Yes.
the Oblivion Wing
And Roost.
and Roost.
So yeah, Matthias slowly working Rayne's team down. And he hasn't even revealed the last Pokemon on his team yet.
It's definitely the Kyogre.
Oof. And yeah, I mean, the difference between Rayne's Ferrothorn and Matthias Ferrothorn is that Rayne's doesn't have a very reliable way, it seems, to recover HP. So yeah, Matthias...
I suspect, yeah, he probably carries knockoff as his last slot instead of the Leech Seed.
Yeah.
So the last two moves are of course Power Whip and the Gyro
So
Ball.
Matthias' strategy of just slowly grinding away at Rayne's team is I mean, it's a boring one, but it's an effective one for sure. And we do see Power Whip connect with Suicune, who I think attempted to raw.
Yeah. I think he was roaring himself again. Yep.
Oof.
He just wanted a free switch out this turn.
I mean, he
He'll
did
get
get
it,
it lah.
But now again it's back to where we were. Now Lunala has to pick an electric attack into the and Among Us is probably going to just come in.
Nah, I mean, okay, you go for maybe the Focus Blast to kill the Ferrothorn, but you leave yourself open to Yveltal.
Yes. It won't
And-
KO, but at the same time, what do you lock yourself into? There are no good options here. You pick the electric attack, you only hit Ferrothorn. You pick the fighting attack, you only hit you pick the electric attack, you only hit Yveltal. You pick the fighting attack, you only hit Ferrothorn. So he's
And-
going for the electric attack.
And as he slowly starts to
And if you
lose
pick the
Pokemon-
electric attack and Yveltal protects and Among Us switches in, then it doesn't matter. But he does go for Ferrothorn protect. So Yveltal leaves himself open. The Koko came in. Is this Thunderbolt? It's going to be Thunderbolt. He gets the correct coin with the terrain booster. Yveltal's going down.
Woo.
Rayne finally, all that slow and steady play
Posturing.
builds up to one turn, and Matthias walks into it. catches the terrain boosted Thunderbolt, and that's it for Yveltal. And all of a sudden, Lunala can more easily lock herself into other moves now.
But he still has to switch out to recycle.
And the Ferrothorn will probably go down the next time he comes back in. But now the biggest threat to Lunala is gone. And Shadow Shield is still there.
Yes. So Rayne positioning himself, switching in and out.
And
very
oh my
nicely.
goodness, that's not quite the offensive reaction you hoped for.
I mean, you don't want to bring Kyogre.
But now Lunala gets a very free switch out. As Coco will... I mean, you don't want to both switch because again, Lunala is Rayne's way out.
You Electro Web.
Not just Rayne's way out, it's Rayne's only way of doing damage in this matchup. And now he wants to lock himself into Psy Shock to prey on Kyogre and the Among Us.
I mean, didn't you say Moonguy's Beam was spammable? I think Ferrothorn still could be a problem for Rayne.
That's true. Yeah, at this point you just spam Moonguy's Beam.
Last move, Nature's Madness.
So it doesn't have Sky Drop, it seems. Yes. As Clear Smog comes out into the Coco, but again it's Assault Vested, so takes about 20%.
You should see a Power Whip. Oh, Ferrothorn avoids the attack.
I mean, avoids the Iron Barbs.
Yeah, he'll take it.
He'll take it.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, Rayne has shown a move finally that is able to cut through all of Matthias's bulky Pokemon.
Now he just needs to Moonguy's Beam with the Yveltal gone.
Yeah. I mean, how do you
the Ferrothorn chipped as well.
How do you maneuver yourself in this scenario then?
Rayne really went all in on that play. Matthias had protected Yveltal, that was it. In fact, I think Matthias had a very safe play of switching to Among Us and protecting Yveltal, but he didn't go for it.
Well, Kyogre will be the last reveal for Matthias here.
Very dangerous position for Kyogre. Oh, but Lunala got to come in.
Ooh.
It's a bit of a risk, but Rayne is taking a lot of risk this game. As he does reveal Sky Drop.
And yeah. Oh, what? Power Whip miss?
Power Whip miss on the Tapu
And
Koko.
Kyogre is too fat to be taken up into the sky.
Oh yeah, we know that. All of the Ubers are too fat to be taken up in the sky, which is actually an interesting choice to pick Sky Drop. But I suppose Sky Drop does counter Smeargle, so there's that.
So now...
So actually no Dazzling Gleam for Rayne's Tapu Koko.
Electro Web is the move of choice here.
How?
So
actually Tapu... which is why I suppose he was going for Electro Web against Lunala, against Yveltal, even though Dazzling Gleam would have done more.
Matthias going on the defensive here, going for Protect. Doubling down. Yeah, he's
checking the lock. Yeah, once again.
He's trying to see if it's Thunderbolt. We do see a Volt Switch into Kyogre. Not going to be effective.
Yeah,
and we do see
Moonguy's Beam at this point. And now, now Rayne can just double into the Kyogre slot.
Yes. And if the Among Us switches in, he's going to eat a Nature's Madness first, and then a Moonguy's Beam second.
Yes.
Assuming
he could
Nature's Madness hits.
Or he could Volt Switch. I think he just Volt Switches and Moonguy's, and that should be the KO on Among Us even.
Fair enough. But yeah, doubling down on the Kyogre seems the most optimal play here.
That was such a unnecessarily defensive play from Matthias.
Ferrothorn switches out here for Among Us.
Do you fish for the double? Maybe? I think you do. No, you don't. And that's Volt Switch, double up into the Kyogre.
That's going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah, even from a relatively
defensive
Tapu Koko. And Moonguy's Beam will finish it off. Assuming Rayne double, and he should double. The Kyogre already protected last turn. Here's Moonguy's Beam.
Yeah. Gotta love the animation though.
I mean, it wastes everyone's time, but hey. Oh, it goes for the Among Us, so it's gonna take an Origin Pulse. Does connect, but he does have Shadow Shield, so there's that. But that's a window he shouldn't have given.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. That's also a bulky Lunala, it looks like. Actually, no, Lunala is reasonably bulky on the special side, naturally.
At least there's a plus side for Rayne. He did trigger the barrier on the Ferrothorn. Okay, I think Rayne is posturing things in this way because he doesn't want Among Us Spore to be a factor in these fights. Right now, Moonguy's Beam can still pick up KO on either Kyogre or the Among Us. But by switching in the Tapu Koko now, he renders the Among Us useless. Among Us can't really do anything except maybe Rage Powder away the Moonguy's Beam.
Which he's probably going to do.
Yeah.
But Lunala will take another Origin Pulse.
Should survive, I think.
Definitely, that was first hit.
Oh, no switches, okay. So Rayne not wanting...
Moonguy's going to pick off the Among Us. And if our whip connects, that should be the game. So Matthias' best option against Lunala is just to Origin Pulse. I don't think it's enough even with a crit though. He goes for Origin Pulse, does connect this time on both. Onto Lunala with Shadow Shield, it's gonna hang on. Ooh. And Ferrothorn lands the Power Whip, does land the Power Whip, and that will be the set for Rayne. All came down to that one turn. Because we saw how important the Lunala was to Rayne's game plan in this particular matchup. And he needed to be able to safely lock himself into something. And as long as Yveltal was around, he couldn't lock himself into the Moonguy's Beam. But once he caught the Yveltal with the... Not just caught the Yveltal, he caught it with a terrain boosted Thunderbolt. On the very turn, he had to switch Coco in. And, wow, honestly, Matthias, for how defensively he played across both games, the one time he dropped his guard was the one moment that cost him the game.
I mean, you always say in games, never drop your guard. So yeah,
up to that point,
you're right.
Matthias had played perfectly. You double protect to see what the Lunala locked himself into. Always. And if you done that, then he was good because Rayne went for an all-in play. Which would have been punished by immediately switching Yveltal after seeing the protect, and there's nothing Lunala can do.
Yeah, or if you are feeling very ballsy that Lunala's going to switch out, not going to stay into Thunderbolt, you punish the switch in, or Yveltal just go for another attack. But it didn't happen.
He had played so well up to that point in controlling the way Lunala functioned, and he just got caught once, and that was it.
I mean, is this? How do I put it? It could be said that like Rayne sort of lured Matthias into a false sense of security, and then just went for the jugular the moment the opportunity presented itself. And you could see Rayne struggle throughout the game, trying to find opportunities, trying to position so they have both Pokemon in the ideal position to execute the strategy.
I think Matthias definitely decided at that point that Rayne was going to go for lock himself into a move like Moonguy's, which will allow him to double into anything that's not Yveltal.
Yeah.
So he positioned himself in a way, so he called that the move was not going into Yveltal because it's Moonguy's Beam. So Yveltal was going to have a free turn, and he wanted to position the partner. Unfortunately, wasn't to be.
Yeah.
He actually picked the one move that... And the thing is, Rayne's play was so risky. So Matthias probably thought there's no way Rayne would go for it.
Wow.
But Rayne went for it.
Yeah, and Rayne, I think understandably, could go for that risk because, he's one game up. So taking risks is understandably okay.
Well, it's a change from game one where he was clearly prescribing to his Nashville Open's new philosophy of playing dirty and grinding your opponents down. But I think in game 2 he saw that Matthias was better at that than him in this particular matchup. So he decided all in, and he got it. So we will talk to him immediately after this, so stay tuned. Alright, we finally get the winner's interview with the winner finally not running off after the set. And it is going to be Rayne Tay who moves on with unbeaten 4-0, guaranteed a place in tomorrow's top card. So first off, congrats Rayne.
Right, thanks.
So I think in game 1 you definitely caught Matthias with that one turn on the Focus Blast.
Yeah, I was counting on him to not predict, to not see something like that because it's kind of like you know how we call it Focus Blast, Focus Miss, right? So typically normally people would just not expect Lunala to have such a set unless they have prior knowledge of a certain popular team that was that's running around these days. But I guess So since he didn't know, I figured, hey, let's just leverage on it. And based on how he played, I don't think that he knew that it was choice specs.
Yeah, he clearly thought his Ferrothorn was very safe that turn.
Yeah, so I just went for the Focus Blast, and thankfully it didn't miss. And it took out Ferrothorn, which was key to my winning in that first round.
Yeah, I think we saw the thing about your team is that once you remove one of Matthias' mons, then Lunala can lock itself into something much more freely.
Yeah.
I think especially in game 2 where you went all in on that play.
Yeah.
Switching in the terrain on the same turn that you went for the Thunderbolt.
Yeah. It was actually quite key for me to get rid of the
Yveltal.
I feel, because otherwise he's just gonna snow and snow and snow.
Yeah,
that's actually quite annoying for my team in general, right? And he was very defensive about Ferrothorn and everything, so I figured, hey, there's a good chance that he'll just
protect the Ferrothorn,
and I'll just get rid of Yveltal for free in that turn. And given that his Yveltal was extremely bulky and holds berry, I figured, hey, he's probably not running any faster speed than my Lunala, so I just decided to just go for it, and it will probably just get knocked out from one Thunderbolt in the terrain.
Yeah, but we did see in the previous turns, we saw he actually double protected to scout your choice lock.
Yeah.
So were you afraid of that happening again?
Yeah, actually, kind of, yeah. But if I recall right, that turn he actually protected on Yveltal the previous turn, if I recall right, if my memory serves me well. But yeah, so because of that, there was a good chance that he was just gonna leave it there, and since I didn't review Thunderbolt and Coco is just off the field, and I could just totally put in the terrain there and just get rid of his Yveltal.
Yeah, because he also would have been had the knowledge that his own Yveltal was bulky, so he might have thought that even with the threat of Choice Specs Thunderbolt, it still wouldn't be enough because Yveltal was so bulky.
Yeah.
But you went all in, bring the terrain in as well,
Yeah.
and he definitely caught him off guard.
Yeah, that was what I was going for.
Yeah, and then once Yveltal was gone, then it was Moonguy's Beam all day, every day. So I think we saw the Assault Vest Coco put in a lot of work.
Yes, of
definitely.
course.
Even the clear smart was doing absolutely nothing to the Coco at one point.
Yeah, it was doing fine. Yeah, actually, I quite love the idea of Assault Vest Coco.
Though
in this
instead of retaining Gleam, you decided to retain Skydrop in a format where everything is fat.
Well,
is it just for Smeargle?
No, rather than Smeargle, it's actually just for redirection in overall.
Or redirection in general, so Clefairy, Smeargle.
Yeah. So something along the lines of that, I'll just Skydrop it and just catch its partner off guard.
Yeah, because you can pick up Amoonguss as well to get rid of the Reach Powder. That's true. So, and Dazzling Gleam, you decided not as valuable in this format?
No, rather than that, I feel that Coco has that 4-move syndrome where I can't actually fit that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and along with that, I feel that even if I have Dazzling Gleam, it won't add too much to the team, especially when I have Xerneas on the team, right? So Xerneas alone can cover for the Fairy coverage, and I didn't feel that it added a lot for Coco.
Definitely. But we saw you didn't choose to switch up your 4 either towards both sets. Even though Suicune was maybe okay, but in the game 2 it was really struggling.
Yeah.
Even your 500 IQ play of trying to roll yourself to get Lunala in for free didn't quite work out.
Yeah. For myself, I was actually more precautious towards him having Kyogre on the field, right? So I didn't think that Incineroar would be that great at that point. So I was actually struggling between those two. I was just thinking, hey, maybe I should bring Ferrothorn. Incineroar. And maybe I should bring Suicune. Then I think about it, okay, Suicune seems safer.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just went with Suicune rather than risk the Incineroar.
But we saw, I think you spent like the first few turns of game 2 just desperately trying to give Lunala a free switch in.
Yes.
Because Shadow Shield is that key.
Yeah, so that was why I wanted...
Try to roll yourself, but unfortunately 50% chance, wrong choice. Coco came back in.
It was Coco, that was so bad, but yeah, it still worked out.
Definitely did work out. So, well played there. Guaranteed top cut tomorrow, so good luck in your next round. Doesn't really matter, but good luck for tomorrow.
Alright, thank you.
And we will see you again. So, that was Rayne, winner of round 4. Moving on to top cut tomorrow. And we will be back with the last round of Swiss, so stay tuned.